Real talk. Have you ever wondered how some creatives land insane opportunities, like working with their favorite YouTuber or locking in a dream job with a top brand? It feels out of reach for you, right? But honestly, it's way easier than you think. I know, because I've done it 4 times. And every single time, I use the same system. The system works. And in this video, I'm breaking it all down step by step so that you can land your next dream creative job. But here's the kicker. If you stay to the end, I'm giving one game-changing tip that can make you irreplaceable at your next role. But real quick, if we haven't met, I'm Alex Lewis, and I've been in the creative industry over 12 years. And my mission is very simple: to help the next generation of creators win in their creator economy. Now let's get to it. This was obvious, but way too many people skip this step. If you're not constantly working on your skill set, you'll plateau, period. Think about athletes. LeBron invests over $1 million into his body, even today at over 40 years old. He never stopped after winning the first championship. He doubles down every time to stay ahead of the competition. So why don't you do that? As a creator, you need to do the same thing. Push yourself, work on passion projects, experiment with new tools, try out different styles. The best opportunities go to the ones who never stop improving. I've seen it firsthand. Every major opportunity I've landed came because I was ready when it showed up. This point is super important, so if you don't couple that with the next one, you're gonna stay stuck at the bottom. Now, if you're serious about landing a high-paying creative job and you need to stay ahead of the game, that's why I share exclusive tips, industry insights, and breakdowns like this in my newsletter, Creator Edge. If you wanna level up faster, make sure you're on the list. Check out the first link in the description below. But here's the truth. You're either invisible or you're undeniable. With social media, you have 0 excuses to be forgotten. Post something, at least once a week. It keeps you top of mind. Because here's what happens when you don't. People ask you questions like, hey, do you still do? And that's a sign you're probably not doing enough. This matters because your next opportunity can come from anywhere. For example, recently, my company got paid over $3,000 from someone not even in this country who's referred from me from someone in Atlanta. Word of mouth is powerful, but it's only powerful when you give people something to talk about. Now, you can post all you want, but if you don't have this next piece of the puzzle, you're gonna make it harder for people to hire you. So many creators overlook this, but let me be clear. If you don't have a quick way to share your work, you're losing out on opportunities. Success loves speed. It's baffling how many creators don't have a portfolio site set up. At minimum, use your Instagram, but ideally, you wanna have a website set up. Behance is free. There's no excuses. Let me give you an example. Fresh out of college, I was working at Walmart. I used to take my breaks inside a Subway where I built my first portfolio. Man, I used to take every break to sit at my computer and design a portfolio because I didn't have the things that I needed because I wanted to join a sports team. Man, I applied to so many jobs at that time. I even forgot I applied to Penn State. But when the opportunity came, I was ready. I had a portfolio to show that I had proof of skills. And that's your ticket to the next level, honestly. Because even if you have the skills and a portfolio, you're still gonna need this next piece of the strategy. You have to network like your career depends on it, because it does. You never know who someone else knows. Managing relationships in this business, honestly, is everything. When I was in sports marketing, I got interviews with big brands that I never could imagine, especially back in the day when I was playing college football video games, right? With Auburn, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, all because of a relationship I established with Jason from Skull Sparks, who's a major name in the space. When I moved to Georgia and relocated to Georgia with my wife, I leveraged that same connection to land the creative director role with Kennesaw State, ended up transforming their brand, right? But none of this happens just because I applied to a job. It happened because I built relationships. So you don't just wait for opportunities and go apply for them and wish. You have to create genuine connections with people. And if you really want to keep those opportunities once you land them, you got to understand this next point. Most creators just show up and do the job and go home. God, that's a big mistake. If you want to be irreplaceable, you need to understand the bigger picture. How does your role impact the business? How does it drive revenue? How can you make yourself essential to the business's success? The more you understand the game that you're playing around your creative skill set, the harder it is for any company or brand to let you go. That's how you don't just land opportunities, you keep them. So let's recap. Work on your craft, always be leveling up your skill set. Build your personal brand so you can create inbound opportunities for yourself. Create a portfolio. Make it easy for people to trust you. Success loves speed, so being able to send out your work and build up that trust is the fastest and best thing for you to do. Network like crazy, because your next opportunity is one connection away. And last but most importantly, learn the game and you'll be irreplaceable. If you got value from this, hit the subscribe button below. It helps creatives like you find this video. And if you want more strategies like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because I got more fuego like this coming your way. I promise you that. Now, if you're out there and you want to land your dream opportunity, I hope this helps you, and I'll see you in the next one. Listen, if you're watching this and thinking, I need a real roadmap to make this happen in my life, that's why I built the Creative Careers program. It's designed for creatives like you to land dream jobs, build a portfolio that's going to get you more opportunities, and start making money, real money, from your creative skill sets in the creator economy. If that sounds like you, you need to check out the first link in the description below today.